Do 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 do. Oh, hey, Ross. All right, what's happening, y'all? This is going to be the second part of the top 100 movies of the past 10 years. Going to be doing 90 through 81 tonight. Last time we did 100 through 91. So, oh, hi, Ross, just give me a second. Come on, you're okay. Sorry about that. So, starting with 90, we have The Road. So this movie was based off a book. It was a Cormac McCarthy book. Viggo Mortensen, Guy Pearce, I think Cody Smith McPhee played the son. This movie is about it's set in a post-apocalyptic world, and it's basically a father trying to get him and his son somewhere to a destination. And you know, I've been wanting to watch this movie again after talking about it a little bit with people. I've only seen it the one time, and I have a very strong feeling that if I were to watch it again, that it would probably shoot way up the list. But having gone back and re-seen it, and probably I was probably distracted when I was watching it and things like that. It didn't fully resonate with me as much as, I mean, it's obviously on the list. I obviously like the movie and everything, but it didn't quite resonate with me as much as it has with a lot of other people. Okay, so number 89 and 88. Number 89 is Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Number 88 is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. So I know that most people prefer Rise over Dawn. Rise is the first one. Most people prefer that. I'm not in that camp. I prefer the second one. The second one is my favorite of the three. But I do really, really, really like both of them. It's tough for me to decide between the two, and I think that they both, are very good. So that's why they're both in the top 100. But I wanted to put them next to each other, and then I wanted to, I didn't want to have them drastically apart because they are very close. I feel like Rupert Wyatt directed the first one. Matt Reeves, who's doing the Batman movie, coming up, directed the second one. So I'm not sure about the writing teams. I don't know if the same writing teams worked on it, if that changed as well. This this Planet of the Apes trilogy that's happening right now, or that happened right now, or recently, is highly underrated and underappreciated, I think, as far as like big blockbuster movies. I think they're very good at having heart and having like a touching story while not really having like these like lead human figures or whatever, and just being able, like, making us relate to these apes or whatever. I think is, you have to do a very good job with it, and they did do a very good job with it, obviously. So moving on, number 87, we have Nocturnal Animals. Nocturnal Animals came out a couple years back. Stars Amy Adams, Jake Gyllenhaal, Aaron Taylor Johnson. I want to say Michael Shannon as well was in it. This is a Tom Ford movie. He's the like fashion guy or whatever. He's done a couple other things. This movie is super weird. The opening is just out of control. I went and saw this movie in the theaters, and I sat there looking around, and people were just disgusted. There was people that actually walked out of the theater after that opening scene, or during that opening scene. They probably just went and got their money back. But it's a story about, or it's a movie about a guy who wrote a story about his past relationship with his ex, and his ex is reading the book, and when she's reading the book, the movie then turns into the book, and we get to see what's happening in the book on the screen. um it's sort of supposed to, I think it's supposed to be like, you're not really supposed to know what's what or whatever. Or I think maybe that's what they were going for at a part, but um, they didn't fully knock this one out of the park. This was very good. Um, I liked how dark it was. Aaron Taylor Johnson was out of this world. He was just crazy. I know a lot of people gave him some flack for like overacting and stuff, but to me that was amazing. To me, he should have won the best supporting actor Oscar for that role. So yeah, that's number 87, Nocturnal Animals. Number 86, Silver Linings Playbook. Everybody knows Silver Linings Playbook. This is Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence. This is the David O. Russell movie. About two people who are going through stuff and find each other. Great performances all around. Robert De Niro included in a very small role. I think that the subject matter is great. I think this is probably Jennifer Lawrence's best performance. I think this is her best work. I think she captured a like a mind, maybe not a mindset, but she captured just this essence and this like this aura that a lot of people can relate to and a lot of people understand. And it was really cool seeing their chemistry together, her and Bradley Cooper. I really enjoyed the like some of the dance sequence and stuff. Like a lot of the stuff in Silver Linings Playbook is really good, and I know that it probably gets a little bit of it gets a lot of buzz, and it gets, or not buzz, but it gets a lot of good praise and everything, but it probably doesn't get enough, to be honest with you, and it probably is low on my list. So that's number 86, Silver Linings Playbook. Number 85, we got Spotlight. So this was the movie from, was it 2015? This was about how the Boston Globe uncovered the all of the Catholic priest stuff that went down. So it was about all the cover up, and it was about the Boston Globe journalists and everything, finding out about all of these cover ups and, letting it be known. This movie was extremely powerful. The cast is amazing. This was right in like a wave of like Michael Keaton films with like Birdman and something else, like a few other things. So like they got Michael Keaton at the perfect time. So I think they got a perfect cast. I think it's a very, very well written movie. I'm not sure that it's quite as good as like all the Oscar praise and stuff that it got, but it is very, very, very damn good. Not one that you'd want to watch a lot, just because the subject matter is pretty intense, but it's a highly recommended movie. Everybody should watch it. Let's see, number 84, Fruitvale Station. So Fruitvale Station is the first movie from Ryan Coogler. There's a guy that did Black Panther. He did the first Creed movie. Fruitvale Station is about Oscar Grant. He was a young man in, was it Oakland, who was with some friends. There was like a scuffle of sorts on like the subway, and he wound up being shot and killed by the police. You know, you can look up everything about this movie, like about the story, and find out all the information, how everything went down. I won't get into all that, but it's a completely tragic tale. Michael B. Jordan is insanely great in this role. Ryan Coogler had just masterful direction. You'll probably be brought to tears at least a couple times during the movie. So yeah, that's number 84, Fruitvale Station. And that's one that probably a lot of people haven't seen. A lot of people are going to know Ryan Coogler. A lot of people are going to know Michael B. Jordan. But I think that there's probably a lot of people that have not went and discovered Fruitvale Station. And I think probably, as you know, maybe now people are starting to go back and discover it, you know, over the past couple of years, maybe. But I think that, like, as time goes on and Michael B. Jordan's star just rises and rises and rises, and same with Coogler, I think that this is going to be one that people pinpoint and go back to and talk about a lot, you know, in the future. So yeah, number 84, Fruitvale Station. Number 83, we have Short Term 12. I talked about Destin Daniel Cretton, the writer-director of this, on the Movie and TV Talk, episode 1. So this is the one with Brie Larson, where she works at like a treatment center for like troubled youths. This is another very powerful movie. Brie Larson was absolutely amazing. I enjoyed this movie a million times more than Room. This movie also has what is it, Lakeith Stanfield from Atlanta and from Sorry to Bother You. So the cast is solid in this movie. The performances all around are great. And like I was saying, it's super powerful, very intense. You know, I don't want to say too much about it, but if you haven't seen Short Term 12, watch this movie. I think this is another one where Brie Larson's rise is just going to grow and grow and grow and get bigger and bigger. And people are going to go back and look at Short Term 12 and be like, man, that's the one. That's the one. So that's number 83, Short Term 12. Number 82, we have Mother. So this was a movie that came out last year from Darren Aronofsky. Jennifer Lawrence stars, Javier Bardem, Ed Harris. So this movie is about a couple, and it's about what happens when another couple comes into the home. This movie is full of metaphors and allegory, and it's so out of control. So many crazy things happen. By the end of the movie, you're saying, what the fuck, over and over. I can totally understand people not liking this movie. I totally understand. This is not one that I would recommend to everybody. But if you're curious about weird movies, if you like movies that have religious, biblical metaphors and such, things like this, like, definitely check this movie out. Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence was great in it. Super weird, but like, it's Darren Aronofsky, so I'm not sure that we should expect anything less. So that's number 82. Mother. Okay, so we're getting our way to number 81. We have The Raid. So, or The Raid Redemption. This is the first Raid movie. This is from Gareth Evans. The action scenes in this movie are otherworldly. The fight choreography in this movie is just... This movie is... What's the... It's about a SWAT team who gets trapped in a building, and the whole movie's set in this building, and just shit goes down. They're trying to get up the... If you've seen is it the new Dread? Somebody could correct me on this, but it's supposed to be very similar as far as the story. The story's not really what matters here. It's all about the action. It's all about the fight scenes. If you like the Old Boy hallway scene, if you like the Daredevil fight scenes, you've probably already seen The Raid, but that's sort of the style. You're going to get a lot of long takes. You're going to get a lot of graphic violence and gruesome injuries and things like that. And while I love The Raid, it gets better than that. You will see where the second one falls on the list, but the second one's even higher than this. So, spoiler warning. That's about all I have. That's 90 to 81. So, just to recap and run back down, we got number 90, The Road. We got number 89, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. We got number 88, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Number 87, Nocturnal Animals. Number 86, Silver Linings Playbook. Number 85 is Spotlight. Number 84 is Fruitvale Station. Number 83 is Short Term 12. 82 is Mother. And 81 is The Raid. So that's this segment of the top 100 movies of the past 10 years. Next week, we'll have numbers 80 through 71. So, yeah, tune in next week to see those. And then, yeah, tune in to the Movie and TV Talk, episode 2. That will either be up tonight or that'll be up this week. Crazy busy week. But, yes, that will be up within the next couple days, if not tonight. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. And, yeah, follow us on Instagram, Cinematic Discussion. Check out the Facebook group. You're in it right now. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want. There's some of these things up, so you can go watch it on the YouTube if it's easier for you to access them through there instead of the Facebook channel. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.